We're here at the Lockhorn Orchard at the foothills of the Bridger Mountains in the Gallatin Valley. We're about 25 miles north of Bozeman, and we're about a mile high. So the climate here is a little challenging. We've got a lot of wind that rolls off the mountains. We've got snow and frost that'll hit in June. We've got frost that'll hit in September, and then it'll get real hot and dry. So we've got kind of all the extremes, but I think it makes for some really good fruits and kind of tortured apples with a lot of flavor. We're learning a lot, but it is a challenge. We've got about 3,000 trees here. They're mostly on dwarf rootstock, trellised, almost like a grapevine. And then we do have about 200 full-size trees, mostly bitterroot, McIntosh. The dwarf trees, we have about 25 varieties of French, English, and American cider apples. These are Wixon apples, and over here we've got some Virginia crabs. So they're tiny, but they're gonna make great cider. So we have our classic bone dry cider, which is completely dry. It has no residual sugars, so it's known for its crisp, real clean flavor. We blend this to make several other flavors. Our Rocky Mountain Raspberry is a real favorite. Looks just like raspberries. Our Crazy Mountain Ginger has a nice spicy ginger kick to it, and people really love our Gallatin Grapefruit Mint cider, especially on a hot Montana summer days on the river. We also do several single varietal ciders. This year we brought back our Flathead Cherry Cider. It's insanely good. And we bottle what we call the Bitterroot Brut, made with 100% Bitterroot McIntosh apples from the Bitterroot Valley here in Montana. It felt like you were biting into a McIntosh. It just had all that complexity of the flavor, and it was just a really excellent cider. My personal favorite is our Bozeman Backyard Blend. Our orchard is still real young, but the Gallatin Valley itself has a mature orchard scattered throughout backyards of our community. So we've invited people to trade us their extra apples for cider, and the response has been just overwhelming. People have more apples than they know what to do with, and they're just thrilled to keep them from going to waste. The diversity of heirloom and crab apples, many from old trees planted in the late 1800s, makes the Bozeman Backyard Blend a deliciously complex and tart cider. I like to say that it captures the majestic flavor and community spirit of the Big Sky. We manufacture all our cider here on site. We're here in downtown Bozeman on the east side of Main Street. We've got 9,000 gallons worth of tanks, and we make canned cider and kegs for bars and restaurants, and then we've got a tasting room. Our tasting room has anywhere from 10 to 15 different ciders on tap at any given time. We do small batch rotators every 2 weeks, and that keeps it really interesting. We use just 100% fruit juice and yeast. We don't add any chemical stabilizers, we don't add any sugar, sulfites, so it makes for a really just crisp, clear, clean flavor, and it's a difference you can really taste and also feel the next day. It's all family owned. My husband Glenn and I and our 4 kids started and run the business, and then our employees feel like family as well. You can also order it online. We can ship out of state, and we can ship within the state of Montana as well.